This world shall know pain.
What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi Man, chapter 53. We got Kiyoshi facing off against Roth. And yo, I'm really rocking with Roth. Yo, I hope he's not a one and done villain. I hope he's someone who stick around. Like maybe, we might see him in the future as he gains some type of power up and comes back. Because I do not want this character to disappear. I really love his personality. I love how he reminds me of the Joker, how he just has that, one moment he's all about love and stuff. The next moment he's like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, I love how quick his personality snaps. Like the split personality is just, I don't know, I'm really rocking with his character. Let me know how y'all feel about him. I've seen online how some people, they don't like how the battles have been thus far with the Black Parade. Besides Nihon, I see a lot of people liking the Nihon battle, but with the other battles, they feel like, they didn't like the fact that we didn't get too much depth when it comes to the Demon Lords. And I give you that. For most of the Demon Lords, we didn't really get too much into their backstory, except for the one that faced off against Jack Joe and Nihon. But I feel like we're getting it a little bit more with, your boy Roth here. So I do get where other people are coming from, but that's why I feel like I think that this series is going to go on longer so that they could give us backstories on some of these characters, some of these Demon Lords, or at least when it comes to Roth, and know why he is the way he is and why does he seek a battle the way he seeks it. Like he wants to experience a battle to the death, a battle where he's putting every last bit of his power or every last bit of his life on the line to beat his opponent. Hopefully we get a backstory to explain why he is like that. But make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, man. The chapter starts off with this amazing panel where you got, you got Roth in his new form. You got him standing there on the side, and then they do a close-up on his face. Like, yo, this panel is so damn clean, yo. I'm rocking with it. And I didn't know Roth had a hood with this transformation. I didn't know he had a hoodie on, a hoodie cape. That shit look even more goated. And then the fact that his crown floats. He has a floating crown. Like, yo, I wonder, can it be knocked off his head? I'm very curious about that. But you got it where he's looking at Kiyoshi and saying like, yo, our finale is almost here. And he's excited, man. Then you got it where Kiyoshi says like, yo, let's end this. I'm tired of playing games, yo. Now, if you look at Kiyoshi, how he looks right now, and then I'm gonna point out how he looks later on. And I'm gonna talk more about the attack that he's about to unleash. But he says like, yo, he's gonna hit him with everything that he's got, his entire body and soul. He's putting into this attack. And you see he got this like giant ass orb above his body, like a spirit bomb of some sort. You got it where your boy Roth is looking and he's laughing, he's happy, he's having the time of his life. And he's like, yo, I swear you are good. And you got it where Kiyoshi, he's thinking to himself, like he's remembering his training, he's remembering how his friends and everyone is believing in him as he's charging up this attack. And you got this giant ass spirit bomb or orb in front of him, and then you got it where he condenses it into a smaller ball, a smaller orb in the palm of his hand. And you got it where Roth himself is surprised at what Kiyoshi was doing, because had he just released all the energy in the big circle or big orb that it was all in at first, it wouldn't have done as much damage as it would if you condense it. And that's what your boy Kiyoshi did. In fact, if you look at this panel closely, you see your boy Roth is actually sweating a little bit. And you got it where Kiyoshi looks at him and says like, yo, I'm gonna exercise the hell out of you, man. Next thing you know, you got Kiyoshi charging right at him. Roth says, come to me, Kiyoshi. I accept every last bit of your love. And it's crazy to think that he considers this to be love. You got it where Kiyoshi unleashes his attack, Nova Stella. He hits him right in the chest, and it actually looks like Roth is in a lot of pain. The explosion from that blast can be seen from miles away due to how much power Kiyoshi put into it. It's like a beam of light shooting into the sky, piercing the clouds. And then you have it where it looks like it pretty much obliterated your boy Roth, and then you got a bunch of bats flying together, reforming his body, meaning that technically he did actually rip apart his whole body, but he was able to materialize and regenerate. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. And you got it with Roth. He says, I felt it there. Death. This is what I wanted. He's like, death, fear, defeat, and despair. This painful thrill is why we exist. Meaning this whole time he's been seeking this. He's been seeking this type of battle where he can feel fear, where he knows there's a chance that he could die, where he knows there's a chance he could be defeated, where he fear and seep into despair. This is what he's been longing for. He's like, yo, get up, Kiyoshi, man. You're almost there. Meaning that he wants even more from Kiyoshi. And as that's going on, it jumps to the other battlefields throughout the Black Parade that we thought were over. And you see that a lot of the monsters that were defeated are getting back up. And the crazy thing is, a lot of the Exorcists are exhausted from defeating them the first time. They don't have much fight left within them. And you see that it's the third demon lord who's actually bringing these guys back to life. It seems as if he's tethering parts of his body to these dead demon bodies to help them reawaken. And he says like, yo, never underestimate a demon lord. And he got it where he's bringing all of these guys back to life. And you have it where Nihon and Jack Joe, they end up fusing together again. You got old girl telling them like, yo, you're gonna end up getting yourself killed. You've already done enough. Like, yo, stop. It's like, yo, we gotta last a little bit longer until Kiyoshi finish off the great demon lord. Then it jumps back to Kiyoshi, and this is what I was talking about earlier. If you look at Kiyoshi standing here, he's all bloodied up, which leads me to believe that his own attack did some damage to him as well, because if you look at him when he was about to unleash this attack on Roth, he didn't have blood on him, not maybe a scrape here and there, but he wasn't this bloody. But after using that attack on Roth, he seems to be very bloody and very exhausted. Now I understand him being exhausted, he put all his power into that attack, but for him to be bloodied up means that attack must have caused him some damage as well. Next thing you know, you got it where Roth is looking at him saying like, yo, where did all that vigor go from you, Kiyoshi? You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that this is all you're capable of. If all you do is defend, you can never win. And you got it where Roth is attacking Kiyoshi, and he's telling Kiyoshi to get up, man. We're almost at our climax. Please get up, Kiyoshi, get up. And then you have it where Roth looks at him and he begins to realize like, hold on, wait. Is it really it? Like, yo, it can't be. You're kidding, right? You're supposed to be better than this. Come on, tell me it's a lie. Say it isn't so. And it's crazy to think that Roth himself is expecting so much more out of Kiyoshi. He doesn't think the battle is over yet, but then he starts to realize like, yo, this dude is exhausted. He put everything he could into this. And you see that Roth actually looked like he's heartbroken. He's like, yo, come on, man. This is too much for me to take. Like, and you got him like sobbing. Then he just snaps and he looks at Kiyoshi with a serious face. The tears fade away. He looks at Kiyoshi with a serious face and he says like, yo, you're trash. You let me down. And that part right there was just so cold. Like I said, I really love this dude's personality, how he could be crying one moment all emotional and then the next moment so serious and ready to take someone's life. It's just like, it really gives me Joker vibes. You can't look at this character and say he doesn't remind you of the Joker. I really wish I could talk to the mangaka and ask him if Joker was his inspiration when he created Roth. I'm really curious what his answer would be to that question. But you have it where Roth says, yo, I love you with all my heart, but you were just toying with my feelings. In the end, you were nothing but a faker. Well, enough. And you got it where Joker goes, I mean, not Joker, I'm calling him Joker, but you got it where Roth goes to slash Kiyoshi with his sword. And then next thing you know, Akari jumps in front of Kiyoshi. And you have it where Roth's like, yo, and you are? And she says, I am Kiyoshi's partner. Now, I don't know what more can she do. She's way weaker than Kiyoshi, but it might be one of those situations where she might be a lot stronger and, than we've been led to believe, where maybe her power was lying dormant and it might just be waiting to explode and emerge from within. Or it might be one of those situations where Roth instantly cuts her down and that's all it takes to make Kiyoshi snap and go into like an ultimate powerful form. That could be the case as well. But all in all, really love the chapter. Roth stole it for me. Like, yo, he really killed this chapter. Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. you were a faker. You know, that shit was so cold. But let me know your thoughts on this chapter down below. And if you like the video, thumb it up. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.